I have my XK A280 P51 Mustang out here. You know how I love this plane. But I have a different prop on it. I went through my inventory of props and I found one 2-blade 7x4.5 polycarbonate prop. I drilled the hub out to 6 millimeters to get it to fit on this motor. If this prop turns out to be better than the 7x5, I will have to probably buy another spinner and modify it to fit this prop. It's a little thicker at toward the hub than the 7x5 is, so it will require additional modification. So I don't have the spinner on it right now. But I thought, you know, a 2-blade prop that has a 1/2 inch less pitch than the 7x5, and I absolutely love the performance with the 7x5. I'm just wondering if a 1/2 inch less pitch will allow this motor to spin this prop a little bit faster than the 7x5. I don't, you never know about the torque of the motor until you try different props. So I want to test this out. It's a little breezy, a little gusty out today, so not optimal conditions, but it is what it is. So I want to get it in the air and test it out, see how much power and how much speed it has with the 7x4.5 prop. And if this works out really well, I might buy a couple of 7x4 2-blade props just to test those as well, because the 7x3/8 slow fly, those have big paddles on them, so it requires a lot of torque to spin them, and that prop performed much better than the stock 4-blade prop, and the 7x5 prop is actually fantastic. So I'm assuming I'm going to get at least as good a performance out of this prop as the 7x5, but if it's better, that will be awesome. Launching. Alright, we're in 3D mode. I launched that at 70% throttle just to be on the safe side. Alright, so let's come through here, come back around, see what kind of a loop we can get out of it. Okay, going full throttle. Well, it certainly looked like that climbed just as well as it did with the 7x4.5 prop. I mean the 7x5 prop. Alright, let's come through here and let's try a vertical with it. Yeah, I would say the performance, at least from what I can tell right now, the performance looks like it's just as good as the 7x5. The rolls look about the same. Let's bring it back through here. What do you think? That looks to me like it's pulling just as well as the 7x5. Looking at this, I would like to test out a 7x4 on it as well, just to see. I'll have to see if I can find a 7x4.5 and a 7x4 thin electric prop, just to see. Yeah, I think it looks like it's moving through the air just as quickly as with the 7x5 prop. So this is definitely going to give you another option for a prop that's going to give you really good performance. Check that out. That's pretty good. I would say that's awesome. I would say it's on par with that 7x5 prop. Now, when I get it back, I will put a fresh battery in it and run it up and compare the amp draw with this prop with that of the 7x5. Because if this is actually pulling fewer amps than the 7x5 prop, then I would say it's going to be a keeper, because it looks like you're going to get just as good a performance out of it. And if the amp draw is lower, you'll get slightly better flight time. So looking at this, I definitely want to see if I can get a really lightweight, thin 7x4 prop, just to see. But that's cool, and it seems like it's moving through the air at a pretty good clip, and I think that the rolls showed that. Not bad. I'm about at the end of my battery pack. That was a full throttle run through there. But that was moving at a pretty good clip. Okay. Check for traffic. Let's come back through here and see if we can land it. Got a bit of a crosswind. Oh yeah, definitely a bit of crosswind. There we go. All right. So I'm pretty happy with the performance with this 7x4.5 prop. I would still like to find one that was lighter weight. This prop is it's a pretty thick prop. It's a pretty thick prop, quite a bit thicker than my 7x5 thin electric, and so the prop is heavier, I think. But I would like to find a thinner 7x4.5 and a 7x4 prop to test on this as well. But let's come over here and check the voltage in the battery. I certainly, was pretty hard in the battery for that full, hard in the throttle for that full 4-minute flight. And let me see, 19 seconds over. So I had it in the air for 4 minutes and 19 seconds. And I've got one of my 2S, my GMB 2S 550 milliamp hour LiPos in it. I really like those batteries for this plane. 7.5, so 3.76, 3.77. Yeah, so just under 3.8 volts per cell. And like I said, I pushed it hard and I had it in the air for 4 minutes and 19 seconds. So I don't know. I'll have to measure the amp draw and see, because I pushed it harder than I would normally, in my typical 5-minute flight. I would do more mixed mode flying with it, but so I pushed it pretty hard, and even pushing it as hard as I was, it looks like I'm going to be able to get a good 5.5, 6-minute flight out of it. But my guess is with mixed mode flying like I normally do, I'd probably be able to get a 6.5, 7-minute flight out of it, leaving 3.6 volts per cell. But the performance looks like it is at least as good as the 7x5 prop. So there will also be links to the not only the prop but the plane, the stock prop, the 7x3.8 that I tested, the 7x5, the 7x4.5 prop, the XT30 to JST adapters that I ordered will be in there, as well as the 2S 450 milliamp hour LiPos, the 2S 550 milliamp hour LiPos, which I think they're a little heavier, but it's a bigger gas tank. But I think that it actually feels better in flight with the 550s as opposed to the 450s. It'll pull vertical with the 450s a little bit better, because the 450s are a couple grams lighter than the 550s. And let me think. I think that pretty much covers it. So I'll have links to everything in the show notes, including the plane, of course. So another excellent performing prop for this plane on just 2S. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the air.